What is good, everybody? It's your boy Cam. Your boy Cam is officially back on the podcast. I truly, truly apologize. I haven't been podcasting lately. I've been dealing with a lot of grief lately and just so much shit going on. But yes, I had to I went to a funeral last month, and then that honestly made me really want to take a break from podcasting. And it was a friend of mine who was like a grandma to me, and she was just so special to me. She was just so encouraging to me, and just she truly, truly cared about me. She was supportive of every event I was in, and she was just like one of my best friends. And then the night after the funeral, I've come home from work. I found out the coach who recently retired, who I knew pretty well from Bowie High School, passed away that next night. It's just like, what the hell's going on, man? It's just, I just had to just step away from podcasting for a while, but it was just time to get back. It was just time to get back to the podcasting. So, by the way, but Mavericks ended up losing by a point last night, and it's fortunate they're tanking for the rest of the year, and then especially after they traded Anthony Davis to the Washington Wizards. But we got a better deal for him this time. We ended up getting Chris Middleton, Marvin Bagley, A.J. Johnson, 2 first-round picks, and 3 second-round picks, and that's cool. That's better. That was a way better deal than the Anthony Davis trade. We could have gotten a lot more for the Anthony Davis trade. But I'm glad Patrick Dumont took the fault for it, for the mistake. But that took way too long, man. He could admit it when he got hurt his first game when he got here in Dallas, or just a couple games into it when Anthony Davis first got here. I understand he didn't want to get rid of Anthony Davis after the season is over with, just because he want to see how's it going to be for a whole season. But Patrick Dumont made the right decision to train Anthony Davis in the middle of the season. And then he came in out of shape coming into training camp. And of course, he had surgery. It's just Anthony Davis is an injury-prone player. It sucks has to be that way. So let's take a look at the stats. Chris Middleton finished with 19. Gafford finished with 12. P.J. Washington finished with 18. Cooper Flagg was his first game back last night. He had a left foot sprain, and good thing to see him back on the court. And Max Christie finished with 6 points. He had a little bit of a rough night. Najee Marshall had his first game back last night, only finished with 6. He struggled. But Klay Thompson gave you some buckets coming off the bench. He gave you 24 points off the bench. And he passed on Ray Allen for most 3 points made in history, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But Ryan Nembhard just signed a 2-year deal with the Mavericks, and I'm happy for him. And he's not a bad player for a point guard. He's young. Just glad he ended up getting a deal with the Mavericks. Brandon Williams missed last night's game because of left quad contusion, and he's going to be playing tonight as they play the Boston Celtics. A.J. Johnson was a question, was the coach's decision, so he's the only one that did not play. And let's take a look at the team stats. We both shot 45% from field goal range. We made a little bit more threes than the Magic did. Shot 79% from the free throw line, but on the Orlando Magic shot 88%. They only missed 2 free throws. We missed a couple. So we definitely choked on that game last night. And Cooper Flagg did turn the ball over at the end of the game. And he ended up turning the ball over when the time expired. The Magic did kills in the paint. And we both got 15 fast breaks. And then we had 13 turnovers, and the Orlando Magic had 12. 3 technical fouls. How did that freaking happen? I didn't see any of that happen. I guess all that happened in the first half. Our largest lead was 14, and we ended up just blowing it away. And the Magic biggest lead was 11. So Let's take a look at the Mavericks schedule. So they actually get, like I said, they got a back-to-back game tonight again at Boston Celtics at 6 o'clock. And look who's back. Look who's back tonight. Jason Tatum is officially back tonight as they play the ball. As they play against us tonight, and I'm so glad to see Jason Tatum back in the court after being gone for a while with that Achilles injury he tore up in the playoffs last year against the New York Knicks. And the Boston Celtics have been doing really, really well without Jason Tatum. People thought we were going to be okay. I thought the same thing. It was like, yeah, we're going to be decent, but they weren't going to be as good. But other people stepped up, and Jaylen Brown was leading the team without Jason Tatum, and we'll see if the Boston Celtics will make a deep run to the playoffs this year. But let's take a look from this recent game. The freaking Charlotte Hornets blew out the Boston Celtics 118-89. What? By 29 points at their home court? That's some crazy shit, man. The Charlotte Hornets are the most slept-on team, I think, right now. And I think this is the team to watch out for when the playoffs start. This Charlotte Hornets team could possibly be anybody in the playoffs. I think this Charlotte Hornets team might be good enough to go to the second round. So let's look at this winning streak the Charlotte Hornets had for quite a while. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-game winning streak. Damn, that was crazy, bro. They had a 9-game winning streak. That's why I knew the Charlotte Hornets were going to be pretty scary going into the playoffs. And then I think what's making me even scarier now, they beat every game they won, and they're actually on a 6-game winning streak, was more than 15 points. That's pretty scary right there. And I think the Charlotte Hornets team is going to be scary going into the playoffs. And I definitely want to see them match up against the Detroit Pistons, especially after that brawl happened with them. And then Isaiah Stewart going to run his ass off the bench to swing at Miles Bridges. We all know that's how Isaiah Stewart is. He don't care about getting suspended or getting fined, or that's just how Stewart is. I don't like him, but I respect his talent for his game. He's a great defender in the paint, but he just got some mad ankle problems. I'm telling you that right now. And we'll talk about some college basketball as well. The TCU Horned Frogs have a game tomorrow, and tomorrow's their last game of the year before the Big 12 tournament against Cincinnati, and I'll be attending that tomorrow before I go to work. But before I talk more about the game for tomorrow, let's take a look from this recent game. The TCU Horned Frogs beat Texas Tech by 8 points on their home court. What? By 8 points on their home court? TCU has been playing better for the second half of the Big 12 conference play. They've been playing pretty better. They kind of struggled early, but they're getting better overall. Anything can happen in March for the conference tournaments. Anybody can be beat. It's hard playing some. It's very, very different playing somebody for the third time. It's very, very totally different. It's a different atmosphere playing somebody 3 times in the conference tournament. Especially if you beat somebody twice, the third time is way totally different. But basically, records just don't matter in conference tournaments. It's all about who wants it more. Let's talk about tomorrow's game against Cincinnati I'm attending to. So tomorrow I'll be in that TCU men's halftime scrimmage. This will be my third year doing that. This will be my third year doing the halftime scrimmage at TCU. The first year I did it, it was against West Virginia during the halftime game, and I was pretty nervous because that was my first time playing in front of thousands of people, even though it's just only for 5 minutes. Well, halftime when the scrimmage was 10 minutes, but we switched when there's 5 minutes left. So it was still fun at the end. It was still fun at the end of the day, but it was just nervous as hell. And I made a layup, and then the second year I did it for the men's, it was more nerve-wracking just because we were playing Baylor, and it's because it's a rivalry game. So I expected the place to be more filled up, and it was. And I made a freaking 2-point basket, a jump shot in front of thousands of people. I just remember just the crowd just went nuts. And I let the go student section, let them yelling, I'm here. I'm here now, baby. I'm here. And man, it felt so good just to go up to fire up the crowd. Man, it's still fun at the same time, but I'm still not quite used to playing in front of thousands of people. Just for 5 freaking minutes, but it'll be alright though. But I gotta go into work at 4 o'clock, so I'll be leaving right after halftime just so I can get some rest and just get ready for work. And tomorrow's gonna be a long ass day for me, man. It's gonna be a long ass day, but it's gonna be alright. But we'll see what happens for the Mavericks tonight. Hopefully we win. If we don't, it is what it is. We're just losing because we want to tank. But good to see Cooper Flag back on the court because it's just not fun to watch. It's more fun when Cooper Flag is playing on the court. And I feel like he's brought the energy back ever since Luka got traded. And I think Cooper Flag is definitely going to be around for quite a long time. I just don't see the Mavericks letting Cooper Flag go, especially what he's doing as a rookie right now. And let's hope TCU wins tomorrow, the last game of the year against Cincinnati. And I'll be doing a little YouTube vlog video for the game at TCU. And then after that, just get ready to go to work. And then let's just go watch some basketball tomorrow. And looking forward to playing that halftime scrimmage. So hopefully I'll come out well. Hopefully I score more than at least make 2 or 3 buckets. So we'll just have to see what happens. I will see y'all on the next podcast.